Future you versus past you. This is something that a lot of individuals deal with, a lot of individuals tackle with, and a lot of individuals feel that they have no grip or control over. And I'll explain why. Future you versus past you is a distinction where you're seeing exactly where you're going and walking towards, but then your past habits, your past thoughts, your past perceptions, your quick dopamine that you're so used to getting now becomes something that is very much instilled in your subconscious. So, for example, an individual that's overweight, that's looking to get in the gym, right? Most likely what led you to being overweight was very incorrect habits. So therefore, when you choose to make a new decision, right, creating a new neural pathway in your brain, which is to get in the gym and now start eating healthy, there has to be a form of correction in your subconscious. Because I say this all the time. Your subconscious doesn't know what's up, down, left, right. It doesn't know if you're broke, millionaire. Doesn't know if you're living in the hills or in the hood. Doesn't necessarily know anything for that matter unless you put it there. Literally. Like a kid doesn't know what's right from wrong. Like a baby doesn't know 1 plus 1 until they get a conscious mind frame, until they're able to actually comprehend what you're saying. So ultimately, until that point, they're the freest being that they've ever been, right? Which I'll touch on that later. But when it comes to the past you and the future version of you, you have to realize that there's a certain aspect of the version of you that's actually seeing the past version of you and is giving you the clear direction, the green light, the encounters, the downloads, and all of these different things, right? And what's happening is when this is going on, you're starting to see yourself form into someone you've never been, right? Which is why oftentimes people will tell you that there's no reason to overthink because everything's ordained. Everything's already written. Everything's already like everything's already orchestrated in a manner to where all you have to do is just continue being you. Whether if that's you being you as a father, whether if that's you being you as a man of God, whether that's you standing on principle and your discipline and your habits, right? Even when you fall short, right? Even when you fall short of these things at times, even when you feel yourself getting undisciplined, even when you feel yourself succumbing to the old mind frames, right? The best thing that I ever did, right, when it came to discipline, was I stopped looking at discipline as a crash course. I stopped looking at discipline as something that needed to be instilled and needed to be lived, right? When you're a degenerate, right? You're living life. You're living life unregulated, right? You're living life on the edge. You're living life very, how do I say this? On a high almost. But it's really just you riding your own wave of dopamine, right? Kind of like if you get creative and now you're in a flow state, right? Or you're outside playing in the sun, right? Or you're doing some form of communicative thing with another person or a large group of people. That's not you scrolling, right? That's not you like watching porn. That's not like eating junk food or you getting like a high grade of dopamine hit at one point in time because that's not healthy for anybody, right? So when you start regulating your dopamine at its baseline, you start realizing that, oh shit, it's not hard for me to stay focused. It's not hard for me to stay disciplined. It's not hard for me to read books. It's not hard for me to acquire knowledge. It's not hard for me to actually do the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing. Why? Because I don't see these things as a task, right? I'm telling you, bro, the future version of you does not see that the life that you're living, right? Because you already are the future version of yourself because you can receive the downloads, you can get the information, You can foretell what's coming. You can even foreshadow what's to come, right? That's literally a download that you're receiving from that aspect of the life that you are going to currently live, right? But what happens is, right, the life that we have lived keeps us in a form of a cycle, right? It's just like, for example, when I talk about reality shifting and your identity, right? You could be sitting in the hood right now with rats and roaches. You know, you could be sitting in your dorm room, right? You could be fucked up. You could be broke. You could be all of these things. But if your reality does not reflect that, if your mindset does not reflect that, if the person you are internally does not reflect that individual, you're going to start realizing that life isn't treating you that way. You don't have those type of conversations with people, right? You don't get those type of opportunities, right? For some reason, you're always getting lucky. You're always in abundant mindset. You're infinite when it comes to funds. You're infinite when it comes to love. You're infinite when it comes to all of these blessings that you're bestowed. And you're asking yourself, like, why is that? Right? Like, why do I not have to worry about all these issues that I used to worry about? Right? Or that typically most people have to worry about. And what you start realizing is, like I said prior in my last video, the universe doesn't care about your feelings. The universe is going to give you what you are on a silver platter almost, right? So if you're a millionaire in your mind and you know you are, those ideas will come to you for the business plan. Those ideas will come to you, right, for the content. Those ideas will come to you, right, for the digital products. Those ideas will come to you for your art, for your craft, for the music, for all of these different things, right? But when you confine yourself, right, when you feel like you're only as big as your city, when you feel like you're only as big as your town, when you feel like you're only as big as your relationship, when you feel like you're only as you only feel like you're only as big as your relationships with other people, meaning your energy siphoning off of everyone you're around because you don't truly love you. You don't truly appreciate you. You don't even truly respect you. Right? And I need people to really understand this because this is the most important aspect of this video, bro. You're everything that you are, right? Every decision that you've made, everything that has happened to you, everything that's undergone has made you and shaped you to be an incredible human being. It has made you and shaped you to be a God, right? We have been tapped. We're living in the image and likeness of God, bro. You have been tapped with ability that you don't even truly understand and comprehend, bro. Shit, I don't even know if I really do. Maybe I got an idea of this shit. But bro, we're so great. We're such important people in the likes of being on earth and the things that we've been bestowed with as far as purpose, bro. It's like we have to take these things very serious, right? While also having the most fun possible, right? And having the most fun possible doesn't mean that you got to destroy yourself and get drunk every weekend. Having the most fun possible doesn't mean that you got to be a degenerate, right? Or hang around people that are energy siphoning off of you or eating off of your aura, right? Or poking holes in your aura, right? Meaning stealing energy from you, right? You don't have to be around low frequency vibrational people, right? You don't have to be around negative people. You don't have to be around people that only like to take, and they never give anything to you. It's never any form of exchange. It's never a conversation that can help change lives or help change your life or help redefine your life or reshape your mind frame or etc. Right? It's like you got to be authentically you so God can bestow everything that you are onto you. And I'll say that shit again, bro. You don't have to fight the past version of yourself. Accept the past version of yourself and move on. Don't let the past version of your decisions cripple you. Don't let the past mindset of yourself cripple you. Don't let the things that you've done, right, that were fucked up, right, that were bad. Even if you did it to other people, it's like move on, bro. Accept every decision that you've made and move on because what's going to happen is when you realize that you can accept things, you start to actually become more in love with this thing called life, right? But when you dwell in things, when you overthink all the time, when you sit in certain emotions instead of just breathing through them, and instead of doing the inner healing work, which is just could be like going to the gym, right? It could be just a 10-minute meditation. It could be some yoga, right? It could be opening your body up more, right? It could be eating a healthy meal. right? We don't have to overcomplicate this thing called life, bro. We really don't have to, because it's a very simple thing, right? So once again, for everybody that's watching this video, there is no such thing as you fighting you. There is no such thing as the past version of you versus the new. That's bullshit. That's a conceptualized institutional indoctrination that the world has led you to believe, or even your brain has led you to believe, to save face. In all actuality, bro, your past version of yourself, you're identifying with those things. You're identifying with those habits. You're identifying with that mindset. You're identifying with that person, right? And the new version of you that you've yet to become, the new decisions that you have to make, the new mindset that you have to form, right? The new life that you have to carve and build, right? Is calling you. And you're asking yourself, do I truly want this? Am I truly deserving of this? Do I truly have the mind frame and the mindset to appreciate that thing in its full context, right? Yes, you deserve everything that's coming to you. You deserve everything, right, that God has in store for you. You deserve everything that this world has to offer, right? With the discernment. So if you're watching this video, right, and you clicked on this shit because you wanted to know how far you really can take things, what is your true gift and power? What is your true purpose? What have you been put here to do? You've been put here to be exactly who you are. You've been put here to do exactly what the fuck you want to do. You've been put here to be exactly who God is molding and shaping you to be. The quirky version of you, the corny version of you, the cool version of you, the innovative version of you, the indifferent version of you, the multidimensional aspect of a human being having this experience. That's what you was put here to be. You wasn't put here to people please. You wasn't put here to be perfect. You wasn't put here to appease to the masses. You was here to be you, buddy. Because only you can be you. Only you can have your habits. Only you can stand on your discipline. Only you can have your mindset. Only you can wear your shoes every single day. There is no fight between the version of you and the past version of you, because every day that you live, you're becoming a new version of you. And I'm gonna end that shit off right there, bro. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Respect y'all. Y'all the reason I do what I do. I love this shit. I love life. And we gonna keep going up, bro. I'm out.